Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Invaluable Grace. I was one way and now I am different. It's been quite a break, it's been a bit of a gap. I'm sorry about that. It's just life has been lifing, as it has, I'm sure, for most of us. But yeah, I am. I've also honestly been in a very, very weird space personally. And I've just been wrestling with a few things, and just been in a season of awaiting direction, a season of awaiting confirmation, of just being led by God. And it's just been very difficult. But today's word or today's motivation comes from confirmation. I think God definitely answered me, and this is the result of that, or rather, this is the response to His answer, and what I'm about to say and what I'm about to share. And I'm so grateful and thankful that He's always there. If there's anything that I can guarantee and I can assure you, that God meets us where we are. God answers, God hears, and God responds in ways that just keeps blowing my mind, and I want to encourage you as well that it may seem like He's quiet, it may seem like He's silent, He's not there, but He is, and He's just waiting for the opportune time. And that's really today's message. Today's message is about God's providence, God's sovereign providence. But before we dive into that, can I please encourage you to please like, share, and subscribe, and of course comment. If you feel led to share something in relation to this topic, or if you want to share your own 2 cents, please, you are welcome to do that. And yes, so let's dive in. Those of you who may not know the word providence, providence basically means the hand or the intentional guidance of God in each individual's life, right? So we've heard the saying, or we've heard that God is a sovereign God. And sovereign basically means He sees everything, He knows everything, He's a part of everything. He is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. He is in the future, in the present, in the past. He has knowledge of everyone and everything. And the providence of God, or the provincial guidance of God, really is how He has His hand on each and every one of our lives, right? He guides, He leads. He's like a puppet master, thinking of a puppet show, and how those puppets that we see playing in when we look at a puppet show, we don't see the puppet master behind the scenes, who is actually holding the reins of the puppets. He's actually the ones making them, move and talk, and he's mimicking their voices in the background. We don't see the puppet master. We just see the puppets, right? Enacting and playing out the roles and the lives that they're living. And for me, for lack of a better description or comparison, God is that for all of us. Whether you believe in Him or not, God has a sovereign guide for all of us, for all of our lives. He is intrinsically moving us into spaces and guiding and teaching us. We are all puzzle pieces in this beautiful journey that is life. And God is at the helm of that and leading us. And for me, that is so beautiful, because I honestly cannot run my own life, right? I make mistakes daily. I cannot even remember to, I don't know, put on the right shoe, or I don't even know what to wear half the time. It takes me almost like half an hour to decide what to wear. But knowing that not only is somebody watching over my life and leading and guiding it, and orchestrating things for my own good, but the person who does it has my utmost best interest at heart, right? He's not some tyrannical God. He's not some person who is shifty, who is inconsistent. The Bible says God is the same today, yesterday, and tomorrow. He does not change. He is constant. He is good. He is loving. He is kind. He is generous. He is gracious. He is faithful. He knows every single thing about each and every one of us. He knows what we like and what we don't like, right? He knows our desires. He knows what's best for us. Like the description of God, I could go on and on and on. Like every single thing that we need, He knows we need it before we even know we need it, right? And that God is governing and cheering and leading and directing all of our lives. And for me, to be at a place, I mean, I haven't lived half a lifetime, but where I am now already, it's so beautiful to see all the pieces coming together, past pieces as well. I thought everything that I lived through was by chance or was a mistake, but it wasn't, because it's led me where I am right now. We went to church today, and for us, it's a big deal because me and my family have been struggling to find a church, that we are comfortable with, because I mean, everybody has got experienced some form of church hurt in the past, or some form of just negativity when it comes to churches, right? And it often leaves a very bad taste in your mouth, and it puts you off of going to a place of worship or a place of fellowship because you kind of paint all churches with the same paintbrush, right? And for us, that was always just the thing of contention that, we can just church at home. It's easier, it's comfortable, it's at our convenience. We don't need to go through the upheaval of people. You know how peopling is just so fun, right? But that's not how God intended us to live life. Take church out of the equation completely. We are not meant to be isolated beings. We thrive in community. We thrive with interacting with other people because we benefit one another. I need what you have and you need what I have. And that's where community thrives the most, in fellowship and togetherness. And in the church, it's even like 3 times, 5 times better, because all of us are gifted with a spiritual gift, or spiritual gifts rather. Mainly for some people, it may be more than one gift. And all of those gifts are necessary in building the church, in sharing the Great Commission, right? And all of that can be found in a church setting, in a church community, where we are able to just, worship the same God, with the same reverence, with the same fear. Like, there are no boundaries in that space, and it's uninhibited, and everybody is there just to serve and to glorify and to worship God. It's the one place where all of the barriers get to come down, and we do it earnestly, but not a lot of churches encourage that, and there's a whole lot of hierarchy and religious activities that in most cases separate people from finding that space, finding that sense of community. But today we were in a position where God led us to a church, and he confirmed it in 4 different ways, that this is the church that I've been waiting to bring you to, because we've been praying for it. As great as it's been at home, we've wanted to fellowship with other people in a church setting. And, today he led us there. And it brings me back to the topic of providence, because literally the church that God led us to is up the road from our house. And it's been here the whole time. We just didn't know. But it was in the providential time of God, in the set time, God allowed us to finally see it. It was like, it wasn't there, or he made it invisible all the time, until we stepped into the dedicated time that he made it visible to us, And I just want to encourage you, especially as the year is drawing to a close and we're going to step into a new year. Don't lose heart. Every single thing that you want to do, all the desires that God has put in your heart, all the prayer points that you have been praying over for years or months, or however long it may seem like it has been for you, don't lose heart. We've been praying to find the right church, the perfect church, for 2 years. 2 years. It took 2 years for God to lead us to the perfect church, But that is why Providence is for me, a relief, because God knows when he needs to expose you to certain things. God knows when he needs to give you what is already yours, or what is promised to be yours. And what happens with us is that we rush it, right? And we want it now, not knowing that we're ill prepared. We won't be able to handle it. We're going to break it. We're going to mess it up. But the providence of God allows us to step into what he's already prepared for us at the right time, at the perfect time, at the sovereign time, because he knows in this moment you will thrive. In this moment, this is going to benefit you. In this moment, you are ready to receive what is meant to be yours, right? So my encouragement to you is that, like, of course, I've seen it in more things than just us finding the perfect church, but today it was just so prevalent because that's what I experienced today. But the hand of God, the sovereign hand of God over my family's life in the past 3 years is just crazy. It almost seems like we were making a joke. It seems like somebody is spying on us, like someone is following us and just monitoring our steps because it's that supernatural. It's that crazy, just how things fall into place at the perfect time, in accordance to your desires, in accordance to your prayers, in accordance to the things that you love, right? Because God knows when to give you what you need. And if you live within His will for your life, He will guide your path. He will put you in the right space at the right time. He will make you meet the right people at the right time. He will open doors for you for whatever opportunities that you want at the right time because it's part of His providence for your life, His guide, His path, His protection, His sovereignty for your life. It is all planned out. Our lives are all planned out. And if you trust your Maker with it, you literally have no reason to lose sleep ever, because you know that anywhere He allows you to go or not go, even whatever He blocks is also His will. Whatever He allows is His will. Whatever He doesn't allow is His will. Whatever you lose is His will, because He has a full view of what your life needs to look like for your benefit, for our benefit, not for His. So every single choice or decision that God has you go through is the best possible option for you. And for me, that's a beautiful comfort because I can never fail then. If my life is in the hands of my Creator, then everything is a win at every turn. However disappointing it may be, it's still a win because He says, I have something better. I have something better every time. Keep praying, keep, writing the visions, keep trusting, keep believing, keep dreaming, because He is working it out. And the steps and the pieces, you are always one step closer. Always. Every day brings you closer. Every day. And again, if it's a desire that you have and it's a godly desire, it comes from Him, it will be yours, just not at our timeline. Okay, so let this message encourage you today. God has it all worked out. It is all there. Trust in His time, not yours. The divine providence of God is what holds this whole world together. And that's a beautiful thing because He has all of us in mind. All 6 billion of us in the world, we are accounted for. Our lives are mapped out by the divine Creator. And that means nothing is a mistake. Okay, be blessed, guys. Bye.